Things are heating up with GALA Music, and I think it's definitely worth paying attention to what the team are building here. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. In today's video, I just want to give you an update basically on what's been happening with GALA Music since it launched back in March. And since then, there's been a few developments that we'll look at specifically in this video. Of course, this is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own further research before investing in anything that I do talk about. But GALA Music is one that I am definitely bullish about, and you know what the team have been building, and you will be able to see from what I take you through that obviously there's a lot of interest now going into GALA Music, and it's one of those areas you should definitely be paying attention to. So a few days ago we had an update in terms of what's been happening in the GALA ecosystem, and since the launch of the platform, what have they achieved, and you know what is to come in the future essentially. So there's this article which was released by Bucks, which basically looks back at the launch and how that went, and then obviously the upcoming deliverables in the near future essentially. So you can see here the platform launched back in March, on the 28th of March. Since then, they released a document which is definitely worthwhile checking out. It was called The Source of Truth, which gives an in-depth deep dive if you want to know specifically a bit more about the GALA ecosystem and what the future projections are going to look like in terms of distribution of the GALA Music token when it does go live. So if you don't know about GALA Music, they don't have a token which is live yet. They do have a platform which is currently live and already hosting tracks. And basically since the platform went live, there was about 10,000 nodes which were activated, and you can see here they had over close to 20,000 visitors on the platform at that point. And at the moment, if you are a node holder or someone that owns a track, you can host it on the platform, and what you actually earn in daily distribution rewards is basically something called beams. This at a later date will be converted to the GALA Music token when it goes live, and obviously that is the high anticipation for everyone in terms of when that token does go live, how it's basically going to perform. So if we have a look at down here a few more specifics, so you can see here there are currently over 66,000 music tracks being hosted on player nodes, and in the month of April alone they had over 1 million listens, which I'm not quite sure what you'd compare that against, but obviously 1 million listens, that shows that whatever they're building is working and people are using the platform. You can see here that their visitors increased by 141%, and then there were further nodes which actually went online also after the launch date in March. And in terms of beams, again, I've already covered this in terms of obviously beams are being distributed at the moment. They did have some teething issues when the platform did go live, but these are slowly being ironed out. So if you do own a node, you'll know that you'll be able to see the daily distribution of beams into your account if you're hosting any tracks. Obviously there's a minimum uptime requirement of 20 hours if you own a node. The easiest way I personally have found to manage this is to run it on a VPS. That way you don't need to worry about it. It just runs in the background on this virtual server. You don't need to touch it. You just make sure that you obviously set it up. It's basically a one-time setup, and then away you go. It runs in the background. And you can see here at the moment they currently mint 250,000 beams each day for distribution. So those are obviously being distributed based on specific metrics. So here you can see here, unique listens have a higher weighting than repeat listens. No beams are allocated to Gala Music for operations, costs, and so forth. And currently, no artists receive a distribution of these beams. And what else? What else do I want to call out? So in terms of artists at the moment, there's several different tiers for artists. There's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. So those are all the different tiers. So if you go on the platform, you'll be able to see that if you click on one of the tracks available for sale. So depending on the tier, so bronze artists will have a maximum of 100 tracks available for sale, and for silver you've got a quantity of 300 available, gold 1,000, platinum 3,000, and diamond 5,000. And these tracks, you might want to pay attention to this, because these tracks, if there's a specific track you're interested in, you definitely need to hop on there when it does go live, because these tracks I've been watching them and they've been selling out within, literally a few minutes. So there's people that are literally accumulating these in the background. So if you imagine you've got 10,000 nodes and you've only got a maximum of 100 tracks, the demand is going to be high. So you definitely need to hop on there if there's a specific track that you've got your eye out on, to get on there and basically purchase it fairly quickly. And a lot of these tracks have been selling out. Also, what people can now do is basically bond beams against specific artists. So this is basically showing on early support to specific artists that you think are going to do well or that you really like, and then that opens up a whole host of different things, benefits, and exclusive access to specific things as the artist develops. So that's definitely something you want to be keeping out an eye out on. But I think the biggest thing that people were awaiting, which is still yet to come, is the all access store. So this was expected in April, but now it appears that it's going to be delayed further, going on into May. And if you imagine, one of the big artists that they've got on there is Snoop Dogg. So he hopped onto a one of the live sessions that they had, and he talked about some of the things that he is going to be bringing to Gala Music, some really exclusive, unique experiences they referred it to. So I'll be interested to find out what that is going to look like. But that's going to be mainly, I believe, available to people that purchased the stash boxes. Unfortunately, I didn't purchase one, but hopefully there'll be another opportunity to get involved in this. And the last thing that I want to just share with you is obviously VCon happening in the middle of May. They're going to be announcing 18 more emerging artists, and 3 of which will perform on the at basically the main stage. So these are going to be more artists that Gala Music are going to be onboarding. Again, it'll be a good opportunity just to see what the offering is going to look like. And obviously emerging artists is one of the key focus for Gala Music. And then obviously the next thing, hopefully, we'll hear news about at some point is when the token will launch. And I'm sure that's what most holders will be wanting to know at some stage. So I'll just quickly hop onto the Gala Music site. You can see there's so many tracks are basically available for sale, and you can see apart from there's only a few of these gold ones which are still available. Those are a lot more pricier, but if you have a look, a lot of these tracks that have come on, they literally sell out within a few minutes. I think I've managed to get this one, a new color, just a few days ago, but that did sell out fairly quickly. And you can see here the tiering system. You can see here bronze 100 tracks, 100 quantity of 100. This one was silver, quantity of 300. So you can see all of these are all sold out. When I was looking at this a few months ago and these tracks were on, these were not sold out. Once the platform went live, people realized what you can do with it. The track started selling out, and I think that's going to be ongoing now. Tracks are going to sell out instantly because there's going to be high demand for that. But if you miss out on the sale of these tracks, I believe you can buy them on OpenSea. My preference will be to buy them directly on Gala. I'm not 100% sure on OpenSea, but that's another option if you're interested on buying these on the secondary market. They'll definitely be priced higher than obviously how much they were sold for on the platform. But if you're really keen to get a specific artist, definitely worthwhile having a look at them on the secondary market as an option. But you can definitely see that Gala Music, things are heating up, things are building, things are working, and can't wait to see what else Gala has to bring. But that's all I wanted to share with you in this video. Hope you enjoy that content, and I'll see you in my next video.